everybody, welcome back to another episode of Rescue Rangers. In this episode, we're going to teach you what to do if someone is bleeding.
You're going to need to collect a few things to practice with. We've got a bandage. Everyone the bandages? That's right. Some gloves. A water bottle. And a teddy to practice on, but you can also practice on a partner if you like. Which teddy have we got today?
Today we've got Mr. Stripey. He's feeling very humble.
Humble Mr. Stripey today. Excellent. Why not ask your parents to check their first aid kit, because maybe you could use some out-of-date bandages if there are any to practice with. Okay.
Once you've collected everything for your rescue kit, we can get started. The first thing we need to do if someone is bleeding is to ask them to sit down if they aren't already. Okay, and this is a really good idea if they are wriggle like me. While they are doing that, we need to put our gloves on. This is really important and keeps both us and them safe. What do you mean?
So we need to put our gloves on.
While they're doing what?
Well, while they're sitting down, we need to put our gloves on before we start doing any sort of treatment to make sure that we stay nice and clean and that they are nice and clean. Okay, so we'll not do that just now. We'll just explain everything just now. Then we'll do it all together. Okay?
Once we've got our gloves on, we need to check their injury and clean it up.
So we can use any clean water from the bottle like we've got here, or a tap at the sink to clean their injury. We're going to pretend with the empty water bottle today rather than using a full one because we don't want to get Mr. Stripey all wet. Okay?
Once we've cleaned and dried the injury, we need to apply pressure with a plaster or a bandage. We'll practice with bandages today, but if it's a small cut, it might be easier to use a plaster. Once you've got the plaster or bandage on, you just need to check that everything is okay, it's not too loose or tight, and that it stopped bleeding.
Okay, so now we've explained it, let's have a practice all together. So let's imagine that Mr. Stripey here has cut his leg. I'm going to lift him up so everyone can see, okay? And we're going to ask him to sit down first, aren't we? Is he going to sit on my lap? Yeah? And while he's sitting down, what are we going to do?
We are going to put your gloves on.
Put our gloves on. Can you pass me a pair of gloves as well, please? Thank you. Okay, it's okay. You just put your gloves on. So we'll put our gloves on.
I think these might have been yours in there
Don't mind.
for stretch.
They're all the same. Okay, so we're going to put our gloves on. And once we've got our gloves...
Quite big.
It's a bit big for you, aren't they? Once we've got our gloves on, we need to really be careful not to wipe our nose or anything like that, because...
For some reason, whenever you have gloves on, for me, I get a really itchy nose.
So if you need to scratch your nose, try and use your arm to do it instead of your hands, because we need to keep our hands nice and clean with these gloves on. Okay? So what's next? Now that we've got our gloves on, what are we going to do with Mr. Stripey's sore knee here? He's cut his knee. What do we need to do with it?
Clean their injury with a water bottle. Or you can use a tap if you like.
Go on then, give it a clean.
Like if you're out and about.
Okay, clean, clean, clean. Wash it all away. Wash all the blood away.
And then also, if you want, you could use a towel or something.
Yeah, some paper towels or something. That would be great. Okay, now that it's all clean, what do we do next?
What we do is put the plaster bandage on. In this case,
Don't worry.
It's a bandage.
Okay, so how do we do that? You show everybody how to do that.
Unravel this bit until, I hope it's not paused this time.
No, it's okay. Keep going.
Until you get to this padded bit. That padded bit. Okay, so where there is still this bandagey bit on the back, that's not right. So you have to put it right.
That, okay.
And then you use the bit that's still raveled up to actually bandage this secure thing. And you can get this bit out of the way for now.
Okay, so you wrap it round. You need to do it quite tight, don't you, Sadie?
Yeah.
Not too tight, but nice and snug.
Tight enough that it'll stay on well. This is really important because if you don't put one of these on, it'll keep bleeding, and you'll have to, and it won't stop.
Mm-hmm. So once you get to the end of the bandage, then what do? Like that. You've got to the end.
So we tie a wee knot. If you don't know how to tie a knot, you can ask your parents.
Okay, so just tie a little knot in there to tie it up and make it secure. That's right. There you go. It's nice and
snug. And what you do is you can tuck it in to some place.
Probably to do that with these gloves might be a bit easier. So you can just get the extra bandage there, and we can just maybe tuck it in at the end.
But not tucking it in where it had the injury, otherwise it won't work.
Okay, so tuck it in and make it nice and neat and tidy. Then what do? What's the last thing we do?
Is we check it's not too tight and we check it's not bleeding anymore.
Okay, so we just give it a good look, don't we? Make sure we could ask our casualty
if it's too tight.
If it feels too tight, is it comfortable? Oh, we think it's okay. It stopped bleeding, so that's a great job. Okay, so hopefully.
It's as easy as that.
Okay, great.
Now that you know how to rescue someone who is bleeding, you can add that to your list of skills.
You can. So if you want to have another practice, you just take this bandage off, roll it up again, and have another go.
We look forward to seeing you again in the next episode. But
Oops.
again, seriously, just my luck. Bye.
Bye.